guys, welcome to episode 3 of season 2 of Madrid Top PH. My name is Alan and I'll be your host for today. Holy cow, we're already on our third episode. Can you guys believe it? Third episode. So I'm telling you guys, I think we all lost our sense of time, during COVID. But I don't know, it still does feel very, very weird. But anyways, welcome to Madrid Top PH, an online event where the members of our Peña can talk about the current surrounding news for Real Madrid. For this episode, we'll be talking about Luka Jovic and his recent performance with Real Madrid. And then with the recent injury of Dani Carvajal and 4 hours ago, Alvaro Odriozola, we'll talk about their injuries and who could possibly replace them in the starting 11. And our last topic, another injury, Eden Hazard. Yes, I know, guys, it's tough news, but we do need to talk about it. And yep, those are just going to be the 3 topics that we'll be discussing for this episode. So let's start with our first topic, Luka Jovic. So Luka Jovic started the match against Real Betis and surprisingly started again against Valladolid. So maybe Zizou is finally giving him the minutes he needs to gain his confidence. Are you guys happy with his recent performance? Let me call on Lemo. What do you think about Luka Jovic's recent performance with Real Madrid?
I think for the last game, Luka played well, especially in the first half. So many chances, but the goalkeeper Valladolid has many saves. So I think Jovic game last fixtures he played well.
I think he really had like 3, 4, 5 chances where he was able to score a goal. Sadly, it did not convert, but I do agree, Lemo, that he did do a great job. What about you, Wades? What do you think about Luka Jovic?
Well, I guess Zidane's finally given him the time to shine. Finally starting to prove himself.
Yeah. How about you, Gian? What do you think, Luka Jovic and his 2 starts against Real Betis and Valladolid?
I think he's on the right path. So the thing is, we're getting chances, and at least Jovic is one of the strikers that are starting right now. So if we're starting to get chances, because last year we were having problems to get chances, so now he just really needs to convert and finish. So that's the main thing. But right now he's doing great. I think so.
Yeah, I mean, like as I mentioned, it's he. It's, I mean, it's I felt so happy. I don't know why. Just seeing somebody in the box, when there's an attacking opportunity for the team. If you guys, I mean, the score line doesn't reflect the whole story of the game. We did win. We did win 1-0 last match. But, I mean, I think Luka Jovic was all around. I think, yeah, he really did have a good game. Jonathan, are you on, Jonathan?
Hey, good evening, guys.
Yeah, we're talking about Luka Jovic.
Yeah, I was hearing. I just dropped by your. I just caught your discussion.
What do you think
I
about
watched the
Luka
highlights.
Jovic?
I was able to watch the whole game because I was kind of tired yesterday. But
Okay.
I looked at the highlights. He had at least 3 superb opportunities that really missed lang. Yung sliding ng left foot, yung kanyang header, tsaka may isa pa. Yung baka si Valverde isa pala. But those 2, if it's 2, parang, ay, sayang, sana makascore ka na para you have more confidence, di ba? Kasi the more you gain more confidence, the more you will feel like scoring, positioning yourself better. On the other side naman, when I was trying to watch him mismo, again, I watched the 9-minute highlights on YouTube, yung mga ganyan. Yung positioning niya, ang ang medyo kailangan pang mag-improve. But yung pag nagbe-break away, he's quick eh. So kaya yung like yung sliding left niya na hindi nag-shoot. Kasi sabi ko that would have been a spectacular pati yung header niya, di ba? Good save lang si goalie eh. Si
Yes.
goalie, nakakaya sa goal, ganda na sana ng header ni Jovic. Kasi yun yung classic headers niya. When he was in Frankfurt, yung mga right in the middle of the box or towards the side, left or right side of the goal ano mismo. Yun yung mga classic headers niya in Frankfurt noon. So I wish he would have scored. But let's see again. Hopefully they'll try even more. Sige lang, sir. Go ahead. I'm just
Go Lemo.
Actually, susuporta ko yung sinabi ni Jonathan. Nung nasa Frankfurt siya, although pure 9 siya eh, pero ang kulang sa kanya yung positioning. Karamihan ng mga laro niya sa Frankfurt, tap-ins, ganun. Pero kulang talaga sa positioning eh. Nandun na yung lakas ng ano niya siguro ng tawag dito. Yung physical niya na okay na eh, pero I mean yung positioning talaga doon lang siya, siguro doon siya mag-focus no. Kasi nung sa last game I think may nasira niya yung yung mid defense ng ng Valladolid eh. Yun na talaga positioning. I think sa good poacher. Okay.
Actually, if I may add, tama sila mo if I may add, the previous game, di ba 4-4-2 rin tayo, di ba? That was the first time that Zidane combined Benzema and him, di ba? I think that was the awkward phase. Alam niyo gano'n, di ba sa relationship may awkward phase yan eh. Parang, I will defer to the senior 9 eh, di ba? Senior 9 siya eh. Ang number niya 18, which is 9 times 2. Di ba napansin niyo ba yun? So I'm the second 9, parang gano'n. So he was, so positionally, si Benzema, sanay siya na siya yung nasa gitna. Number 9 siya. So si Jovic, sige dito ako sa bandang kaliwa mo. Parang gano'n lang. So he was like, it was an awkward phase. So siguro mas napag-usapan nila, mas naging okay ni positioning this time. Mas talagang 4-4-2. And Benzema was not going to the center as much. So yun ang napansin ko lang again in the short 9-minute highlights na napanood ko. I'll probably look for yung whole game, no? And we have a better feel of and more analysis of his positioning. But pero positioning niya nasa left talaga siya. Left side of the box. Benzema nasa right side. Kaya doon yung header niya, from the left side siya nag-header eh.
Agree, yes.
Na nag-miss eh, nakakayas. Sorry buisit yung goalie. Parang Patrick ng goalie oh. Ang galing din eh. So kudos to the goalie, di ba? You really have to go past a well-skilled goalie. So ganun talagang striking eh, di ba? So,
yeah, going back to Gian, like, you know, he's on the right path to become a great player for Real Madrid. But I mean, hopefully Zizou does start him again and again and again. Gian, he should be constantly starting. He's not scoring goals right now, but to build up his confidence and to finally get, you know, the feel of the whole team. I hope Zizou keeps on playing him, keep on starting him. Do you agree, Jim?
That's right. Yep. That's the only way so that he can build his confidence and really get his rhythm.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I hope like Zizou. I mean, goals are goals, and that's the most important thing in the game of football. But yeah, I really do hope Zizou starts him. I mean, there's going to be like a lot of talks in the press and in the media if he does not start. But yeah, I think he's in the right path of cementing his spot, you know, with Poria, but with Mayoral sold to on loan to AS.
Kawawa naman si Borja, lagi na lang on loan, lagi na lang. Naawa ko sa kanya, loyal na loyal sa Real Madrid yan eh. Grabe, nakakaawa si Borja. Parang I feel bad for him talaga. Sorry. Kawawa talaga.
Oh yeah. Do you guys have...
If I may add, Allen, ang kulang sa combination with Jovic is a good dribbler on the left wing. Kasi si Jovic is a 9 nga eh. He needs a dribbler to bring up the ball. In a shifty, quick, ganyan, then he will finish it off. Diba? So kung 4-4-2 kagabi, di ko malalaw sino nasa left side. Was it Isco ba? Isco is not a fast dribbler. Eh. He's a dribbler, but he's not a fast dribbler like Cristiano, or maybe Bale, or maybe Vinicius. Sino yung nasa left kagabi? Sorry. Or the other day, sorry, the other night.
It was Marcelo and was it Isco, guys?
Di ba 4-4-2 tayo, di ba? Isco,
Yeah.
di ba? Tapos
Isco.
gitna was Casemiro and
Valverde.
Modric, di ba?
Yeah.
Modric and then Valverde sa kanan, di ba? So yun, so yung left side na yun, the left side din si Jovic, yun ang kailangan niya, a dribbler eh. Kasi Eintracht Frankfurt, may dribbler sila sa left side when he was at his prolific
Yes.
best. That's why they got him eh. Who
Yeah.
would feed the ball well into the box and he's there to finish it off. Parang ganyan eh. Yung mga parang will create the play on the left and then he will receive it and boom, he will shoot it. Yun ang medyo kulang. Eh, hindi niya kinumbine si Vinicius saka si Luka Jovic, di ba? Kung
Yes.
nagsama yun, baka, di ba? And then, nag-replace
Tapos-
ni Vinicius si Jovic, di ba? So, yung ganun tactics lang.
Tapos sana usapan, Jonathan, ha, pag nag-start si Vinicius alongside with Luka Jovic.
Di ba?
Yeah.
Imagine mo, di ba?
Yeah. I think
Mas
guys,
clear yung
yeah.
positioning.
I'm looking forward Jovic starting as a main striker with two wing players.
Yeah.
So they could just like provide him the ball, and like what you mentioned, Lemo, Jonathan, like his time during in Frankfurt, he was a poacher. He was just waiting for those tap-ins to convert.
He's like sino from Munich?
Lewandowski?
Lewandowski.
He's like a Lewandowski. Eh.
Lewandowski.
He positions quite well in the middle. Basta siya ang 9. He'll position to the left, the right, basta siya yung 9. Tapos meron mga nag-feed from right and left. Ganun lang yan eh. He's a 9 eh. Eh, pag nandun si Benzema, syempre nahihiya siya. Benzema is our di ba?
I'm
third captain eh.
I'm actually waiting for the match when we actually give rest to Benzema first and let Luka Jovic do his thing. I mean, I just want of course, if Benzema is
that would
still,
be good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean like what you said, Jonathan. If Benzema's still on the field with Luka Jovic, of course he's still gonna feel like he's still the second choice because they're both on the field.
Second fiddle lang yan eh.
There you go. Even though they're on the field, but yeah, I'm waiting for the match when Zizou could finally rest Benzema and start and trust Jovic and just make him do his thing.
Yeah, using a 4-3-3, syempre, di ba? With the 9 in the middle and so forth.
Yeah.
Pag 4-4-2, syempre, dalawa kayo. Di ba?
Yeah.
So, tactics din yun eh. So,
yeah, I'm excited. So, yeah, of course, we always want Luka Jovic to succeed, as long as he's given the minutes. Do you guys still want to talk about Luka Jovic or?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Lemo.
Actually, di ba si Benzema, seniority na lang, 33 years old, 34. Ilang tangke na lang ng gas yung nasa katawan niya eh. So, siguro, pag mga crucial games, pwede si Benz. Pero, for the future, isement talaga si kay Jovic yung position ng central striker. Actually, yung kanina, yung kay Isco kasi, pwede siya kung possession game kasi si Isco talaga, hindi siya pwede pang counter-attack. So, noon kasi, we played as 4-4-2 with Cristiano and Benzema, in which even 4-4-2, nasa right side si Bale. So, 4-4-2 converted to 4-3-3 yun. Minsan, or Lucas Vazquez, yun, sometimes. Tapos, hindi kasi talaga pwede na, if ever si Benz or si Jovic magkasama. Kasi dalawang strikers yun eh. Hindi pwede yung isa doon pupunta ng side. Talagang center, yun eh. Laging nasa center of the field yun. Or, yun lang, hindi talaga sila alis sa position nila. So I guess, if ever si Isco maglalaro, baka possession yung laro nila, hindi pang counter-attack. Kasi meron tayo sa squad na capable for counter-attacking. Meron tayong for possession. So, I think For Jovic, 4-3-3, siya yung sole striker. So, yun lang.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree with you, Lemo. Like it depends. It depends on the team as well,
Yeah.
and who we're playing against. And yeah, if Zizou could inject Jovic in the starting lineup, whether it's a possession based
Mm-mm.
lineup or a counter attack lineup. But as you mentioned, if uh, if if we're gonna go for counter attacking lineup, Jovic must be included.
Yeah, yeah. Tsaka si Jovic kasi siya, deadly siya sa center. So parang Lewandowski pero kinulang ng height. So,
Slightly
yun.
lang, slightly, mga 2 inches.
Yeah.
Pero mataas,
Para
to be
siyang
fair, mataas siya tumalon. Kaya nga nung sa header niya, ang dami niyang mga nakaikot sa kanya pero somehow na-out jump niya. Saka
Yeah,
timing ganyan, yung jump niya na yon. Sayang talaga, it would have been a spectacular header na parang it would boost his confidence talaga sobra. Ang ganda ng position tsaka ng niya, header niya.
ito mga brother, ito napapansin ko si Jovic para siyang higuain sa atin noon. Yeah, parang higuain yung nakita ko sa kanya.
In that sense, no, medyo, no?
Oo.
Yeah, let's
Hindi
see.
hindi matangkad pero deadly sa Kulang lang talaga ng positioning pero deadly yun sa center. Si Jovic.
Yeah, and then see Jovic, he's 22 years old, so he still has a lot of time to improve.
Yeah, lots of years ahead.
A
Yeah.
lot of years ahead,
Yeah.
yes.
Mature
And
pa yan.
yeah,
You'll be wiser in position,
yeah.
etc. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he does succeed with us. And yeah. Anything else for Luka Jovic, guys? We good. Yeah. So just to close the Luka Jovic discussions, yeah, Luka Jovic was impressive against Valladolid, and he could have scored a hat trick if he did convert those goals.
Yeah, that's
Those
true,
shots.
no?
Yeah.
Tama, he could have.
Yeah. So yeah.
Definitely
So
could have, no?
I think he did pretty well, and again the game ended 1-0. But to those who watched the match, Luka Jovic had his chances, and they were clear-cut chances. So we were not able to convert, but he was active and involved in the majority of our attacking plays before he was subbed out. He's just 22, and if he stays with us during the international break, to touch up in some of his areas, like as you guys mentioned, his finishing, his positioning, I think after when the league resumes in a couple weeks, he would definitely score goals when we do resume. Well, yeah, we can move on to our second topic. So, injury blow to Danny Carvajal in one of our training sessions. And then 4 hours ago, it was Alvaro Odriozola
Yeah, big.
with another injury, huh? So, I mean, everybody was expecting Odriozola to have his somewhat a redemption season with the squad, especially he's a treble winner with Bayern Munich.
Breakthrough niya na sana.
But yeah, I mean, was his golden chance. So with that, I mean, this is his golden chance to kind of cement his spot in the starting 11 with Danny Carvajal injured. So but unfortunately, he got injured as well. So with Danny out, with Alvaro Odriozola out, who are we gonna start at that right back position? Lemo, who do you think?
I think we can go with Nacho if he's fully fit. As yung siguro kung mare-recall nyo ito last World Cup siya yung right back ng Spain versus Portugal in which he scored goal. Yun.
Yes.
Ayun. Para sa akin Nacho, he can play CB, left back or right back.
Yeah.
Very defensive minded for me.
Yeah. How about you, Gian? Who are we starting at the right back? I mean, we have Lucas Vasquez, we have Nacho, we also have maybe Mendy to play as our right back. But who do you personally prefer to start at that position?
I think Nacho because I think we should get a bit defensive mind, a player with a defensive mindset. If we really need scoring defender, then maybe sub Lucas Vasquez.
I do agree with Lemo and with Gian. Especially, I mean, Lucas Vasquez. I mean, he did start right back in a couple games during the restart last season, and the opponents were attacking his side. You know, every time, every chance that they got, they were attacking Lucas Vasquez, because I mean, he lacks the height as well to play in that position, and I mean, maybe not the height, but I mean for me that's not his natural position. So his defensive, like defensively, Nacho will still start him, over Lucas Vasquez. Yeah, but what about you, Jonathan? Who's your right back? Who's starting right back against our next match versus
I
Levante?
think depending on the fitness yan eh. Actually, I'm not aware about the fitness of Nacho. Kasi the last video I watched a month ago, he was in recovery ba or something like that. Kung maalala eh, but I don't know his fitness eh. So only si coach will know kung sino yung pinaka-fit eh. Pero wala naman siyang choice eh. Wala, ano na tayo eh, di ba? Down to whoever's there, di ba? Nacho or Lucas Vasquez. Lucas can play naman that position, which he has done before when they were lacking ano rin, di ba? Defensive side sa right side. So, I think depends sa kalaban eh. Tsaka again, depends on the fitness. Again, I don't know how Nacho is doing now eh. So,
Yeah.
I can't say. I can't tell eh. But both, anyone will do yung dalawang yon unless they get from Castilla as you mentioned sa
Uh-huh.
Facebook.
But Jonathan, every time Lucas Vasquez plays as a right back, my heart is like gonna have a heart attack. Only like
Parang di kasing defensive minded naman talaga eh, di ba?
like when I see the ball in Lucas Vasquez side, yung right back and yung left side of the opponent, parang sabi ko, shit, parang goal to parang goal to. But yeah, I mean,
Actually, ano yan eh, not for anything, it's reminiscent of my own football career. Ang natural ano ko talaga is a forward or a center midfield. Pero my starting ano when I was grade 4 yata or grade 5, yung coach no, nilagay ako sa right back. O sige, okay, defense. Basta makalaro, di ba? Kick the ball hard and defend. Parang gano'n, di ba? Pagbata ka, di ba? Then nung I was grade 6 and 7, naging center back na ako. Kasi I was co-captain. So center back ako. So defense, ganyan. Pero parang feeling ko, di ko strengthening kasi I was a small boy eh. Ang pandak ako eh. Small boy ako eh. So di ba gusto mo medyo mas burly o mas malaking katawan sa gitna, di ba? Sa mga fullbacks, di ba? So I discovered na my better position is either forward or a center midfield na parang 10 ang ano, either feed or I score. Nung last year ko sa high school, kwento lang to mga kuya. Nung last year ko sa high school, ang naging coach namin was my coach nung grade 4. Binalik ako sa right back. Yung parang Lucas Vasquez yan. I think his real position is really forward sa kanan, di ba? So, wing striker or rather winger. Pero nung dahil lang sa tao, ilalagay ka talaga sa midfield right or defensive, di ba? Kasi he's quick, he's ganyan, masipag, ganyan. So, doon ka ilalagay. Parang ganun. Yun lang yung kwento.
Yeah, nice story, Jonathan. But I mean, like all roads. I mean, yeah, you did mention Nacho has not played yet for Real Madrid this season, and his fitness is in question. We don't know if he'll be. I mean, part of the squad that Zizou will be calling up against Levante. But if Nacho is not, his fitness is not really. If he's not fit right now, all road leads to Lucas Vasquez starting at that right back position, unless Zizou, pulls up a rabbit up his sleeve or his hat or something. But it's a good thing that it's international break. I mean, after this match, so I think we were bit lucky to have these injuries at this time.
Time, yeah.
But moving on to this right back discussion, there's a certain right back in Inter Milan who we probably need right now, Hakimi Archaf. So with our both of our right backs injured, maybe we shouldn't sold Hakimi. What do you guys think? I don't know. Lemo, let me start with you.
Hakimi.
Right, dude. I mean, we had a Hakimi in our hands, but we sold him, and with both of our right backs injured, I mean, like
Actually,
we need him, huh?
actually kasi si Hakimi, excellent siya sa position niya as a right back. Pero kasi ang gusto niya kasi, first team, siguro important first team player or crucial first team player, which is, if you want to gain the position, you must work hard. Huwag mo gamit kay Carvajal. Kasi si Carvajal, ano na siya eh, kumbaga, sementado na siya dun sa position na yon. So, oo, nag-excel siya sa Dortmund. Pero nasa Madrid iba yung iba yung sistema, iba yung tiwala ng coach doon. So, yun. Sayang. Pero ayun, move on na.
Yeah, but yeah, sayang talaga. But I mean, it's pretty ironic, huh? Of all of these things happening right now. I mean, we basically had him last season, but we did sell him. Yeah, I do agree. Yeah, we do need to move on, but we're just talking about the possibilities of maybe him staying with us.
Maybe return,
Yeah.
buyback option.
Uh, hey, Gian, what do you think about Hakimi Archaf with both of our right backs injured right now?
What do you call this? The coaching staff or didn't really didn't really expect that Ordizola will be injured. So I think that's why they loaned him or sold him. I don't know. And then I think with Nacho, he should be fit because his role is really a backup. Even if he's not playing, I think I have a feeling that he is fit and always ready to go when he's needed.
Lucas Vazquez, nag-start siya as right back noong season 2016-2017 nung injured si Carvajal at si Danilo. So I think tama si Jonathan doon since nasa right side of the field naman. So yun nga, ginamit lang siya ni Zidane para lang magkaroon ng dedepensa sa kanan dun sa which is yun nga na ni youth. Hindi ko alam kasi dun sa mga nag-succeed na coach kay Lopetegui tsaka kay Solari, hindi siya pinaglaro ng right back eh. Parang kay Zidane lang siya. Parang last resort na siya ni Zidane na gamitin as right back.
Oh yeah, true.
Because it's not really his natural position as.
Yeah, that's the dilemma with Madridistas right now. Starting Lucas Vazquez as a right back because that is not his natural position. Over Nacho, like from time over time. As Lemo mentioned, he scored a great goal against Spain, and I think he also played right back against Liverpool in the UCL final when Danny Carvajal got injured. So I mean, either Lucas Vazquez or either Nacho, I think we'll still be good, huh? It's not really a really crucial position that where we could somewhat lose matches. It's not like Sergio Ramos being injured and we're like screwed. It's. I mean, we could still work around that position. Lawrence, you ready?
Yeah, for that question, Nacho versus Vasquez. Obviously, for me, I have to go with the natural defender, which is Nacho. As long as he's available and he's not injured, he should be Zidane's first choice, in my opinion. Lucas Vasquez should be like the third option because we still have another defender. If I think Militao is available, if he is, then why not use him, right? So for me, I think the best idea or the best choice would always be those who are defenders. But Vasquez will also work, I think.
Yeah, but I think you were not on, but like my personal experience when I watch Lucas Vasquez starting at right back, he gives me mini heart attacks whenever the teams are attacking his side,
Hmm.
because they know that's not his natural position, and his height might be a key factor when when we have like crosses, when the team
Yeah.
use crosses from the right flank and crosses it to the other side, because if you're like 5'9", 5'10", or 6 footer, you're
Hmm.
forward and your height 6 feet. I mean, you're winning that duel with
Yes.
Lucas Vasquez. You're winning that duel 99% of the time.
Yeah, I think
And
I remember that we were watching that match right during those last 11 matches of the previous season, and yes, I felt the same way as you did, Alan. Heart attack every time, mini heart attacks every time that the opponents are counter doing the counter attacks, right? And obviously Vasquez can't keep up with them. We were lucky enough that we weren't facing a stronger team that time when we had to field Vasquez. If we were unlucky and we faced a tougher opponent that time, I think they would have taken advantage of our disadvantage of having Vasquez in that position that time. So yeah, I felt the same way as you did as well.
yeah.
Pero sir, quick question lang. Bakit nilagay si Vasquez during one of those games that you guys felt you were close to a heart attack? What was the reason? Because hindi man injured si Carvajal or nire-rest lang si
Odriozola
Carvajal?
was loaned out to
Yeah.
Bayern, and it only left Danny Carvajal as our sole right back. And with
So
Danny
they have to
Carvajal,
rest
I
him,
think
ba? Rest
he
lang.
was either rested or injured or suspended due to a yellow card
Fouls.
accumulation.
Yeah.
So and that's why Lucas Vasquez started.
Pero note,
Remember Odriozola was loaned out
Yep, yep,
last
yep.
season.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think I'm still gonna start him because he's a defender, and I'm gonna second Lemuel on his point earlier that Nacho played in the World Cup as a right back, right? And he did score. He has
Yeah.
this attack minded defender as well. He did score a goal that was almost similar to Pavard, which won us the goal of the
Best
tournament
goals of
that
the
time,
World Cup.
right?
Yeah.
Correct,
So
correct.
I think Nacho's was better actually, but
And
Pavard's was also
who
great.
could forget his scissors kick 2 years ago ba yun?
Yes,
Saan
he
nga
scored
against
amazing
ba yun?
goals. Yeah,
The Puskas-worthy goal in the Copa del Rey.
Diba?
yeah, that's
Oh
right.
my
Grabe.
God,
Yung scissor kick
I
niya na.
remember.
But
It was
again, that was like 2 years ago and his fitness was better then. So the real question being fitness. But tama naman eh. You'd rather go with the natural defender.
True. Yeah, I agree.
yeah. I think for Nacho, he knows when to
Hmm.
attack and he knows when to defend, and
Yes.
he's one of our veteran players already. So he's been with us for like how many years already? He came from
Castilla.
the
He played from
academy. Yeah,
Castilla.
yeah, and he got promoted. And like when Zizou calls him up, he needs to be ready. Simple as that. He needs to be ready. All right, we can move on. In Chelsea, he spent 7 years in Chelsea. He missed 24 games in his 7-year career in Chelsea. In his first season with Real Madrid and 4 weeks into the second season, he missed a total 27 games for Real Madrid. I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but these are just the facts and numbers that are out there.
Trigger.
I mean, Lemuel, how are you feeling about Eden Hazard with his injury?
Ah.
I mean,
Actually,
if you're mad and disappointed, it's okay because we're expecting a lot from this guy. So I
yeah.
mean, if you want to voice out, I mean, we're pretty much gonna do the same thing.
Actually, fantasy transfer nga yung kay Eden last season eh. Na akala natin na solve na yung attacking natin, yung problems natin unlike nung 18-19 season. Pero kasi hindi ko alam bakit yung mga nag-excel ng from Premier League pagdating sa atin, hindi ko alam ba't ganun? Parang yung pera, di ba? Hindi worth ng binayad yung performance mo, pre, parang ganun.
But just to add to your point, Alemo, I mean we had CR7 and we had Gareth Bale and we had Luka Modric, who all played in the Premier League. So I mean maybe Hazard was just
Blending in.
yeah. I mean Hazard maybe it was maybe an isolated case. Yeah, I mean maybe it might be him because I think from our recent purchase from the Premier League with CR7, Gareth Bale, and Luka Modric, they all did pretty well and they all brought us championships and trophies to the team. But yeah, Eden Hazard might be an isolated case. Lemo.
Tsaka para sa akin, enough na yung 3 to 5 months from transfer para mag to
To adjust.
oo. Parang hindi iba talaga
Yeah, it's been tough. Gian, how do you personally feel about Eden Hazard and his injury?
So right now, I think he's a glass. He's a fragile glass. So it's really frustrating that he's injured again, and it's not the original injury, right?
It was a muscle. I think for this
Yeah.
time around, it's a muscle.
As a fan, it's really frustrating, but we don't know what happens with the strengthening coach and other stuff like that. But as fans, at least we should see that how he's working, his work ethic, how he prepares for each match, how we see his physical strength regain those stuff like that we sometimes see in other players like Sergio Ramos. He really works hard and he really takes care of his body. So he's a perfect example. So that's what I think what's lacking. That's why most of the fans are really not satisfied with how Eden is, because some injuries are really devastating. But look at Asensio, we still have hope. But us with Eden Hazard, I'm doubting him. Most probably this season. This season.
I saw a recent post on Reddit that mentioned Eden Hazard's poor work ethic when he was still at Chelsea, and Chelsea fans warned us of his poor work ethics, and it's pretty much becoming evident right now. Uh, Jonathan, I mean, you're a player, and if you're not fit, if you're not like serious enough to train and to eat properly, how does that affect the way your body works or how you play?
Gandang yan, parang physical discussion yan. For one thing, one side of the discussion first. Whatever is, tingin ko based on knowing how I used to play and relying also partly on my natural ability compared to training hard. When you're young, it's easy to depend on your natural ability because you're young, your muscles are young. So you think you don't need as much discipline in training. Diba? So, yung injury niya, I believe, since Chelsea already warned, etc., is actually a result of his years of not actually being disciplined as much as an athlete should be. So where he's just reaping the consequences of his habits the past whatever number of years, playing using his natural ability. Ang dali I'm telling you guys, it's so easy to depend on the natural ability. An example is one of my idols, Ronaldo Nazario. Very, very gifted. But they also know he's not as strong in training. Diba? Yung di siya kasing simple ni Cristiano Ronaldo or other players. Remember, I was skeptical, di ba?
Yes.
Partly parang I was not really, hindi ako masyadong believe, ganyan. Others were, okay lang yan, we have our, Kasi papanoorin mo yung career eh. Titignan mo yung career. Titignan mo yung past few years niya. Ano yung naging lifestyle ba niya? Pati si Bale eh. If I may say si Gareth Bale is also a very gifted player and he was living in his younger years based on his giftedness. So nag-reap na lang siya. At when he came to Bernabeu, his first year was an explosion. As expected, explosion, di ba? Because he was still at the peak of his physical. But when injuries now were starting to creep in, his career, as you've seen naman, we all know, began to suffer. Yung dedication and mental toughness, it will be hard. We all know Ibrahimovic is not as talented compared to, let's say, Cristiano Ronaldo or other strikers. But he is also a hard worker as far as discipline. He was able to come back after only 7 months of a predicted 8.5 or 9 months. Kasi mental toughness yun. It's like a winning lion attitude. Parang ganun siya. So I don't see that sa body language ni Eden Hazard nor kay Gareth. They are depending too much on their natural ability. That's why it's harder for them to get back. Kasi hindi nila na-develop yung discipline eh. Parang ganun. And then last comment. In my own playing years, when I did not train as much, I was more easily tired. Bata ako na high school, di ba? High school, bata tayo lang. So, but when I put in the 20 laps around our oval, put in the weight training prior to running the 20 laps around the oval, before going to the field and beginning the scrimmage and other training, kung hindi ko nilagay yun, kunya naglaya ko sa coach, I will feel it eh. Alam niyo ganun, you will feel it. You will know you did not, kasi, kunyari, fake mo na kasi, di naman nakikita ni coach, di ba? Pero pag uwi mo, mas pagod ka, mas masakit yung muscles and so forth and so on. You know.
Yeah, I mean, Jonathan, I mean, you're on point, man. Everything that you have said, I think, I think we could all completely agree, huh? I mean, yeah. I mean, all your discussion points with his poor work ethics and how Hazard has been talented in Chelsea, and that's the Eden Hazard we saw in Chelsea, a talented Eden Hazard. But I mean, like we signed him. He's 28 years old. He's aged, and he's getting older, and I mean he's getting these injuries very easily.
Yep.
And yeah, it's very sad news, and yeah, I mean, especially he's our record transfer player and highest paid person in Real Madrid. It's been pretty frustrating as being a Madridista right now. So let me call on Owen. Owen, how do you feel about Eden Hazard?
Kasi napanood ko naman din how we welcomed him. Diba? Puno yung stadium. Tapos, then to sunod ng injuries niya. The first na pagbibigyan, okay, injuries, sige. Pagbibigyan ka, ano ko eh. Pagbigyan natin. Sobra na to Ayun, frustrate ako. Pero tama si Jonathan na it's discipline. Also, character attitude yung fighting spirit. Tulad, like Cristiano and Ramos, makikita mo sa mga social media nila, laging workout. Yun ang makikita mo, kaya laging fit sila Tsaka yung performance sila on top. Kaya tama si Jonathan.
Tama si Sir Owen Owen, tama ka.
Go ahead.
If you're a fan, Sir Owen, of Cristiano Ronaldo, if you read about his biography, yung mga coaches niya when he was younger knew that there was another player much more talented than him, and he did not progress in his football career. But they always noted that Cristiano was really working hard because he knew he had a lesser ability than the other player, lalo this other player. Pero his mental toughness was the one that, and discipline was the one that made him who he is now. Diba, he's the least injured among all the Madridistas and so forth, diba? So he's reaping the benefits of his hard work.
Yeah.
Tsaka yung passion mo talagang gusto ko maglaro, kailangan fit ako o mag-exercise ako. Yan nangyari sa kanya mumukha siyang hamburger.
Before I call on Lemo, I did see Lawrence just just got back to his screen. So we're talking about Eden Hazard. I remembered I sent a screenshot to you and Gian about Chelsea fans warning us of his poor work
Mhm.
ethics.
A bit frustrated, but I still have patience in him. It's a long season ahead. Hopefully, well, this is his season. This is the season that he really has to prove his worth, you know. But I like the point of Jonathan. He said that there are talented players who may actually just rely on their being so talented, so they don't have to work out as much as hard as the ones that were mentioned, like Ronaldo and Ibrahimovic. And he has a point, and I think I definitely have to agree with that, especially that at the pressure at Chelsea is totally different compared to the pressure at the Bernabeu. Now, he's a number seven. He's the number seven. There's that pressure as well, and he is our last Galactico, right? Now that builds up to the pressure as well. Now, if you're now 29, I'm not sure if that's his peak. Obviously, not his peak, right? His peak was at Chelsea. Now, if you're having that kind of those kind of pressure, adding up to what Jonathan mentioned, that he might not have those good discipline and good traits or good outlook towards training, then you're in trouble, man. And it can only go worse because you're not getting any younger. Next season is gonna be 30, and the pressure is just gonna build up even more. So optimistic as of now because we just started the season, but he really has to produce, man. He really has to produce, and this is the season to do that. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Jonathan for that good point, man. I was agreeing the whole time, even though I wasn't
Yeah,
on cam. Yeah.
yeah. Jonathan
No
really,
prob, no prob, no prob.
yeah, yeah. He did a great job explaining Eden Hazard's current situation right now. I think
Mm-hmm.
Lemma wanted to say something.
Ayun. Ayun. Actually, ito may dun sa comparison kay Cristiano, may pumasok sa din sa ano ko. Actually, yung Portugal dati, meron siya na bukod kay Cristiano, meron pa isang natural born player na gifted din. If ever kung kilala niyo si Ricardo Quaresma,
Of course.
which is yun nga, kung natural born player ka nga pero yung lifestyle mo, halimbawa, babae, tawag dito,
Drinks, gimmick.
drinks, ayun,
Yeah.
gimmicks. Masisira
Sobrang
talaga
galing
yung...
niyan. Sobra,
Oo.
sobra galing. Idol yon sa Portugal noon, di ba? Yung mga cross niya na the
Oo.
outside of the foot, Brad, yung nga pag ganon, boy,
Trivela.
grabe.
Yeah.
That's what you call a
Matinding pectos,
trivela.
galing, sobra yon.
Actually, magkaedad pa sila ni Cristiano. Yun nga,
Tama ka doon, Brad.
makukumpara mo yung dalawa eh. Pero iba kasi
Kukumpara mo
yung,
talaga, oo.
parang yung kay Cristiano kasi hindi siya sapat, parang hindi sapat sa kanya yung kung ano meron siya eh. Hindi siya ganun na gifted player, so he worked hard. Ayun.
And Lemo, just to add, Quaresma, he was already playing in Barcelona. And he was already playing in Barcelona, and that was his golden chance. I mean, he could have been the world's top player if he was serious enough to have proper work ethics. But yeah, where's Quaresma now? He's playing in a team in Portugal, a mid-table team in Portugal. So his career is like maybe basically diminishing every year by year.
Tama yan. Tama sila, no? Tama, Alin. Galing.
Yeah, and you guys mentioned there was another Portuguese as well in Manchester United. I don't know if you guys can recall the name Machida.
Federico Macheda.
There was one guy.
There
Federico,
you go.
yeah.
Right, he was Portuguese as well. Correct, guys? Correct me if I'm wrong. But
Has to be, yeah.
Yep, and I mean they dubbed him as the next Cristiano Ronaldo, but what happened to him? Sorry, error 404 cannot be found. but yeah, I mean with the talks of Mbappe maybe finally coming to Madrid next season, Gian, if Eden Hazard does not perform this season, is he good as out in Real Madrid?
Probably, and if Mbappe comes in, because there's a chance Asensio will be better and will be healthier than him. So who will you pick? And then there's Asensio, there's Mbappe, and then if Jovic becomes better by the end of the year, and then it's probably those three. Benzema becomes just a sub right now.
Yeah, I mean, especially, I mean, everybody. I mean, I think Mbappe landing in Madrid next season is already like 75 to 80%. And we have Vinicius, we have Rodrigo, we have Asensio, and if Eden Hazard still does not, play regularly, I think he's getting sold at the end of the season if he does not perform soon enough. Lawrence,
Hmm.
yeah, what you think?
Yeah, yeah, he has a season to prove his worth. Um, and as I said, the pressure is just going to build up even more as the games or as the season goes along. And we're not questioning his. I myself, I'm not questioning his passion or his willingness or his will to play for Real Madrid to represent the club. I'm not questioning that at all. But like Jonathan said, those the discipline, and if it's not there, you're not gonna develop it just now or now that you're in Real Madrid at with that much pressure. So, but we had to stay optimistic.
Um, I mean, he needs to spend a week with CR7. Just he needs to live with CR7 or Sergio
Mhm.
Ramos like for just a whole week, so he could
That's true.
just change his perspective of everything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he does not perform, I mean, I'm like right now, he's not starting anytime soon. Vinicius Junior is
Hmm.
is is starting over him, right now.
But no question about his quality. The first few games after the lockout or the lockdown, he had some glimpse of what was in store for us. For the squad with his chemistry with Benzema. They both speak French, right? And I think they play well together, but he was injured again and
Uh,
again and again. So injuries can really disrupt the chemistry.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he does not want to be injured, right? I mean,
Yeah.
injuries we could never,
Nobody
yeah,
wants to be injured. Yeah.
we could never like with Danny Carvajal or Driozola, we could never expect these injuries,
Hmm.
but sometimes these injuries are a result of your poor work ethics,
Sure.
right?
Or
And
probably just another point. Or probably he's overtraining himself and he's not used to that kind of pressure. He's not used to work that hard. You know. Remember Bale? He's always like the most fit every season, right? His legs look like the muscles on his legs look like they have muscles as well. But he gets injured like 10 games or 5 games into the season. So you know
yeah,
it's gonna be very hard for Hazard
yeah,
to
so that's
stay
a good
fit.
that's a good point. Him maybe overtraining this time,
Overtraining, yes, that's true.
but that's why we have our medical team, Sanitas,
Sanitas, yeah,
Sanitas, right? I mean to oversee them.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. But if he's not used to that kind of training, and now he's gonna train even more, that's just an extra toll in his body
he
that he's not used to.
and if that's the case, Lawrence, he needs to speak up, right? He needs to speak up. I mean, he can't hide his medical history. He can't hide whatever he's feeling about training. He has to be very vocal and very
Yeah,
transparent to our medical team, because if he's not transparent, I mean, if he did overtrain, this is the result.
yeah,
It's
that's
it's
true.
it's 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 really tough. Anything else for Eden Hazard? Anybody has a kind words for him?
May pag-asa pa.
There you
Bumawi
There you
siya.
go.
there
Yeah,
you go. I mean, yeah, we'll support him no matter what,
Yeah, yeah.
but bilang na yung oras niya. I mean, maybe not bilang, but he's being closely watched right now,
Yeah.
and he has like after his injury, after the international break, I mean we expect a lot from him, and
Yeah. And
as soon-
Alan, it's really just up to him, really, because it's not like he's one of the players. If it's not like he's like Bale, who Zidane might not start even if he's fit. Anytime that Hazard is fit, sure, for sure, Zidane's gonna start him. Even if he's not 100%, I'm still sure Zidane's gonna start him. So he has that favor already. So
Yes.
it's really just up to him to produce.
Oh my god. Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. We don't have anything else to talk about. I think we discussed the three topics pretty well, and we really had an in-depth discussion about it. So I'm gonna end this episode. So that's it for Madrid Talk PH. As I did mention, we had interesting discussions, and I hope you guys were able to learn a thing or two. And I think we did, like especially
Yeah.
Jonathan's point about the work ethics of a certain football player, especially from his personal experience. So, yep, we're playing our fourth match against Levante, and I hope the results favors us. It's tough. I mean, with everything going on with our squad right now, it's really tough to predict. But if I
Where's
were
Levante now on the table? What's their place now on the table?
Levante, I'm going for 3-0.
We're playing away, di ba, Lemuel? We're playing away.
Away, yes.
Yeah.
Away.
I'm playing. Yeah, 3-0 for me. You, Jonathan, what's your prediction?
Ako, ang prediction ko, 2-1.
We're conceding.
Because
ah.
we're playing away. Because we're playing away.
Yeah. For me, it's a win, obviously. 2-0. I actually have Jovic finally scoring. He was promising the two matches that he played. Jonathan mentioned as well, or was it Lemuel, or that among the taller players in one corner kick, he actually almost scored, right, with a
Yeah.
header. Right, it was just an amazing save by the keeper. I think his confidence is building up, and he's on the right path. I have him scoring if he gets 60 to 70 minutes in the match, which means he has to start. If he doesn't start, I don't see him scoring, but it's a 2-0 victory for me.
Yeah. Last but not least, Gian, predictions?
I'll go 3-1. Yeah, hopefully Riovic gets to score. Maybe one of the midfielders, maybe Fede again, and hopefully Benzema. And then one because Levante, looking at their 3 games, they score 2 or 3 goals even if they lose. That's my take.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, thanks for the prediction, guys, and the match will be tomorrow, 10 o'clock Philippine time. Correct.
Yeah, correct.
10,
So
yes.
we'll send a link for the viewing party, and we'll see you tomorrow. That's it for this episode, and good luck to the squad. Hala Madrid, guys.
Madrid.
Hala Madrid.
Hala
Thanks,
Madrid.
Alan. Thanks for hosting, Alan. Thanks, guys. Good
Thanks
evening.
everyone.
Thanks for
guys.
evening.
Thanks,
Tomorrow. Ingat. Have a good evening.
All right.